feeling stuck is one of the best gifts that anyone could receive.
Okay, now I want you to expound on that.
Yeah. So when you're feeling caught up in discontentment, when you're feeling stuck, when you're feeling depressed, when you're feeling anxious, when you're feeling all these feelings that happen, that is like the catalyst to transformation. When I look at all my now what moments, as I talked about in my book, those were times that were pivotal for me for my growth and for my evolution, because I was so discontent in university, trying to figure out what I was going to do with the rest of my life. Sometimes I've had discontentment in relationships or jobs or careers. That was the first step in the process of me getting to where I'm destined to be. So for people that are feeling stuck, don't feel like a victim in your own life. See that as a powerful transformational moment in which you're at a fork in the road and you get to choose your destiny and co-create it and make more of those, someday dreams a reality.
Welcome to season 5 of the Be Your Own Kind podcast, where we interview individuals that are basking in the lane they have created. To keep up with all things BYOK, visit our website at beyourownkind.com. While there, stop by the BYOK shop to grab our merch to add daily inspiration to your life. BYOK has also created a Facebook group that offers giveaways, business advice, and lots of laughs, and most importantly, sisterhood. Have time for a chat or to just get acquainted with your girl? Go to our site and click under bookings to set up a 30-minute coffee chat. Be sure to tune into the BYOK 2 Cents Live every Wednesday at 9:20 Central Standard Time on the BYOK platform YouTube channel, or you can listen to us on Fluent Radio at www.fluentradio.com. Last but not least, if you love our content, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and share our episodes. Or if you feel so inclined, send a donation to our PayPal at paypal.me/BYOK24. Thank you for rocking with us each season and enjoy the episode. Well, hey Cassandra, how are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to finally record with you.
I know. Thanks for your patience. We kind of seemed like we were busy at the same time.
Yes.
Trying to get out that last summer fun. You just came back from Philly. I know you just told me that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What part?
In the south of Italy.
Okay, nice. I love that. All right, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm a certified coach and healer, intuitive business coach, and the mission that with everything that I do is to help people to create fulfilling lives and impactful businesses. I'm also a podcaster. I have a podcast called Fulfilled Female Entrepreneurs that I have guests just like you, because you're going to be a guest too, which is super exciting, that shares what fulfillment means to them and then just gives them a platform to share what their fulfilling life and purpose and businesses are. I also am an author of the book Now What? Create the Clarity to Achieve Your Dreams, which is a book filled with personal stories as well as exercises to help people navigate those now what moments of, hey, what am I going to do with my life? I feel like there's something more, but I need help with clarifying what that looks like.
I love that because I'm sorry, did I cut you off?
No, you're good.
I feel like every 5 to 10 years, that's where I'm at. Like, okay, now what?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And so if you don't answer that question, then you just start haphazardly doing things without any type of direction, which is fun within itself too. But it's always good to have a little roadmap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I love that concept of now what, because I feel like that's the most relatable title I have ever heard.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah, like you go to school, you graduate. Okay, now what? You get the job. Now what? I'm married. Okay, what's next? Then it's always okay. I feel like that's how I was in college. Like all I wanted to do was go to college all through high school. And then when I graduated, I'm like, what am I supposed to do? So I went back to school. So it's good to have a plan.
Oh, I resonate with that deeply. Totally.
Because I didn't have a plan after my undergraduate. So I'm like, okay, let's get a master's. Let's buy time. But anyway, I know that today you wanted to talk about creating a fulfilling life. I think that is a very common goal, but I feel like some people, first of all, it's subjective, but I feel like some people get in that state of being stuck or feeling stuck. And which I feel is all mental in a sense. But for that person that, first of all, define a fulfilled life. Not like, I know it's subjective, but what is your general idea of a fulfilled life?
Yeah, fulfillment looks different to everyone, of course, but it is something that in which you're making a difference in somebody's life is kind of what I'm feeling, as well as by you helping changing lives in whatever way that may be, you feel so lit up, so blissful, so impactful, so grateful, so appreciative and happy and blissful in the process of doing that.
I love that. So it's almost like creating, well, you said creating, but like, yeah, manufacturing your own life, manufacturing your own rules, and kind of just like desensitizing yourself from the norms.
Yeah, it's authentic to you and your process, and releasing a lot of the societal norms, the people pleasing that can happen in family dynamics, the pressures, the fears. It's really allowing yourself to embrace that authenticity as well. And I love asking this question to everybody that comes on my podcast too. And I'm going to be asking you when we record after here, because it's just so beautiful to see all the different definitions and how it could appear differently to so many different people.
That's true. So what is a fulfilled life for you?
I love that question. So for me, it's everything to do with my business, making an impact on the world. From a young age, I knew I wanted to make a difference. I didn't know what that meant, but that was a big part of me. It's, the practical parts of achieving the desires. It's fulfilling for me to help people have those light bulb moments with my clients, to help people heal, to help people evolve and grow. And I experience that just as much as my clients do in the sessions. Like, sometimes when I'm leading meditations or exercises, by being in that reciprocal relationship together, I feel like I evolve and grow too. So it's filled with growth, it's filled with family, it's filled with happiness, joy, impact. For me, that's the short answer to that really big question.
That's a beautiful answer to that question. I like the fact that you have your definition. Like, you didn't think about that. Like, that's your definition. And I also like the word impacts, because I feel like with impact comes intentions. So with everything that you named, with, what you define as your fulfilled life, it's intentional. And I see that you're intentional about your business. You just said you went on a family vacation. You're intentional about spending time with your family. And I feel like that is, if I don't know, you can agree or disagree, that's how you get out of that stuck mentality in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we have lack of clarity of our intention, that's what keeps us stuck. But I think getting stuck and feeling stuck is one of the best gifts that anyone could ever receive.
Say that again.
Feeling stuck is one of the best gifts that anyone could receive.
Okay, now I want you to expound on that.
Yeah. So when you're feeling caught up in discontentment, when you're feeling stuck, when you're feeling depressed, when you're feeling anxious, when you're feeling all these feelings that happen, that is like the catalyst to transformation. When I look at all my now what moments, as I talked about in my book, those were times that were pivotal for me, for my growth and for my evolution, because I was so discontent in university, trying to figure out what I was going to do with the rest of my life. Sometimes I've had discontentment in relationships or jobs or careers. That was the first step in the process of me getting to where I'm destined to be. So for people that are feeling stuck, don't feel like a victim in your own life. See that as a powerful transformational moment in which you're at a fork in the road and you get to choose your destiny and co-create it and make more of those, someday dreams a reality.
I love that. I love that perspective, because you are right. It's when you're against the wall where you're like, okay, I got to make some change. And that's when you embark on this beautiful journey, and you are right. As you were talking, I'm like, yeah, every time I ask the now what, I'm like, okay, let's pivot, let's pivot again. Cause I feel like that's what life is. It's just a pivoting moment. I feel like when you're stuck on an idea or a life or a plan, you're gonna hit that brick, because that only gonna go so far. You know, it's only going to go so far until life either presents changes or even you just get disinterested, like you're not interested anymore, you know, and it's like, okay, I don't like this anymore. Now what should I do? So I feel like no matter what the situation is, we all hit those moments where we're just like, okay, it's just this is the life that's no longer working for me.
Yes. The seeking of more, right?
Yeah, just the fact of seeking more, but intentionally seeking more, because you, like I said, if you don't have that roadmap, then you're just idly searching. But I feel like there's also a blessing in the adventure too.
Yes.
Like
yes,
the unknown, you know?
Yeah, I think it starts with the now what concept, and you're so lost and there's no intention at that moment. And then it's this point where you're kind of finding clarity of what that intention may be. And you need that first, and you need to embody that confidence to be able to take that action towards exploring what's next after that now what moment. So I love what you're saying about this combination of having that now what moment and that intentionality.
I love that. I love that. I don't know. Like, this is this is such a good concept. So, like when you said you want to talk about, you know, in creating impactful business, what do you define as an impactful business?
Yeah, making a change in the world, creating that ripple effect. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, hey, you're a leader of a movement. It could be being a nurse. It could be, you know, being an accountant. There's impact in so many different ways and so many different vehicles to be able to do that. But I think creating that impactful business, impactful career, impact kind of drive in life is so powerful. And I think that all of us are here in this moment in time and in history to be able to change the world. There's not a mistake that we're all here right now with so many movements going on, so much chaos going on in the world. I think that it's important to remind people that the most powerful thing is that we're here, and we all have unique stories. We all have unique experiences in life that have been gifted to us to allow us to help others that are experiencing the same things. So I think that's more and more of what I've understood over the years, and really realize that there's so much power in our stories and our life experiences and our knowledge and our know-how, that we're all gifted to be able to help change the world in our own unique way and be our own kind of impactful entrepreneur.
I love that. A lot of people play in my name. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I have a relatable name. Yes. When I say something, they're like, well, and I ask questions to my friends, they're like, just be your own kind. I'm like, yeah. But yeah, but I love what you said, because I feel like as a podcaster, content creator, whatever they call us, on any given day, we tend to look, well, I used to, when I first started, I used to tend to look at numbers. Like how many people are listening, or how many people are liking this, or how many subscribers I'm getting, you know, and I feel like that was taking me away or distracting me from impact. Yes. And I love the fact that you said it doesn't matter how big or small or who you're touching, because a nurse does touch thousands of people, but they're not publicly doing it, but they're still making an impact. Oh yeah, that's the biggest thing, you know, like I think in entrepreneurship, in content creation, podcasting, whatever method, right? We make such a ripple effect in the world that we don't even notice. Most of it is unnoticed. We might not be getting thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions of likes or followers on social media. We might not be getting that engagement that we're all seeking, that external validation, but so much happens behind the scenes that we have no idea. Maybe someone had a really bad day. They saw your inspirational post and they're like, wow, they felt better. They felt that relief. They might not share that with you. Right. You know what I mean? Like so much happens, and like that will cascade in their life. Maybe they're in a better mood, so their partner is having a bad day, and because they're uplifted, like there's so much ripple effect that we don't even notice. And I think we get caught up in the external validation. We get caught up in the matrix, you know, the numbers, the money, the hustle, all of that. And it happens for everybody that's in some way, shape, or form, you know, experiencing life. But I think coming home to like why we're doing it in the first place is like such a powerful place to be, and always remembering the ripple effect that you'll make. When you change someone's day, they could change someone else's day, that could change someone else's day, right? Yes. In the coaching space, it's like by helping someone with the program, you know, they can make
a difference in their kids' lives. It can be multi-generational. So lately, that's been coming up a lot for me, is really making that the focus. And that's what impact is all about. And that's why we're here after all.
Yeah, I love what you're saying. It's the unsaid, and I feel like anytime I hear record or anytime I publish something, it's for whoever relates to it.
Yeah.
It's going to hit whoever it's meant for. And over time, I don't care about the numbers. I don't, because I'm not doing it for notoriety. I'm doing it because I feel in my heart, it's my purpose. If I can make one person's day, then that's my goal. Like I fulfilled my purpose for that day.
Totally. An example of this that's come up lately is a couple of my clients in the past 3 months have both come out with a book. And I was reading one of my clients' books, and she mentioned me in the book a few times, many times. And she was saying how, me reminding her of her power is what's allowed her to create that book. So now she has this book, and now all these people are getting it in their hands. And it's like, I'm not taking any credit for her writing that book, but it's just so powerful to know and to be recognized in a simple way, in a couple sentences in a book, to know that I played a part of it. So that's a big way to do that. But everybody might not be a coach that's listening. You might smile to someone on the subway that was having a bad day. Maybe that was the first smile or eye contact they've gotten in a long time. Maybe they live alone. That's your own way of impact. So it's acknowledging the small ways on the way to the big ones.
I love that. If you don't mind me telling a short little story, I started back where I hadn't walked in a while, pain, whatever, health, whatever. So I started the track, and I was so defeated because I couldn't finish the track one time. It's the beginning, no grace, just like, you suck, you let it get bad or whatever. So I had to go to CVS to get a prescription, but they were closed, and across the street was a Starbucks. So I'm like, okay, I'll just get a refresher or whatever. I'm in Starbucks, totally defeated. It was this guy right in front of me, and he just started, it was like some like upbeat music, and he just started dancing, and he grabbed my hand and twirled me, and he was like, hey, he said, come on, let's get it. And I'm telling you, when I talk about like forgot about all of that, and he was in front of me, and he was behind me, and I told the lady, I'm like, you know what? Whatever he's having, and he was so touched by that. He said, no one has ever did that. He's a regular in that Starbucks and everything. Like they were like, yeah, he's like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? And he was so like enamored by that, but he don't know how he made my whole day.
Right.
And he'll never know. He just thought I'm just a nice stranger that just, paid for his. Actually, I was paying him back because he gave me happiness when I walked in that Starbucks, like totally defeated. Wow. And he's a stranger, never seen him again, may never will, but he always will have like an impact or a footprint in my mind for that moment.
Ooh,
and that's the type of person and type of impact I want to have. I don't need to know about it, but if I reach somebody's mind, just the idea of that is enough for me.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that. I have chills, and it goes back to that intention, right? It's the intention of doing it. You didn't pay for it because you wanted a pat on the back or a standing ovation. You did it out of the goodness of your heart. So it comes back to that intentionality of impact. When you're leading with impact, you're not looking for something in return.
Right.
It's so different than the energy of posting something, be like, I want all the likes, I want all the followers. It's completely different, right?
Right.
So I think that's what's key for making that change.
Yeah. I didn't even share that with him. I just paid for it and walked out and smiled for the rest of the day.
Love it.
Oh yeah. So when you say impact, I feel like that's it right now in this world and all that's going on. There is an impact, but it's an impact of hatred. It's an impact of judgmental. It's an impact of putting people in a box. And everyone's like, well, it's only me. I can't make a change. Yes, you can. Just like what you just said, by smiling with someone, by being kind, by showing love. Like if in a ugly world, you be the beautiful thing.
Yes. Yes, I have a story for this too, a short one. I'm not going to pretend I remember all the statistics or anything like that, but it was like in a tough neighborhood in the United States. There was a meditation group. So all these people came together to meditate every single week. And by them doing that, just being in their own energy, just meditating together, the crime rate went down in that neighborhood.
Wow.
So it's like by you just being you, by you focusing on you, that makes a huge ripple effect on the world.
I love that, which is what we talk about on BYOK.
Yes.
Because when you're confident in yourself and you're a bright light, it's contagious.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely contagious. And so not only are you a business coach, you said certified life and healer. Mm-hmm. So is that a healing coach, a life coach? Is that together, or those two?
Yeah, so I think it's a combination of everything. It's really allowing people to focus on their life, their mindset, and heal parts of themselves. Okay. The conditioning, their energy, their mindset, the way that they interact with the world. It goes right hand in hand with the business parts of it, because to be successful in business, it's a big mindset game more than anything. You need to heal parts of yourself about fear of rejection, lack of confidence, experiences when you were a child, for you to be able to develop that resilience, to be able to create that fulfilling life in business. So that's why in all my sessions and all that I do, it's a very big mix of, like the spirituality, the energy, the mindset, the confidence, the clarity, and the business part. So even in my program, my signature program, Fulfilled Femme Entrepreneur, it's a combination of all of it together to allow people to be in it for the long haul and make the impact that they're destined to make.
I love that, because we are mind, body, and soul. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. So you're right, it's all connected. And I feel like it's separated though. You got to be the business self, the personal self, the whatever self, the mom, the wife, whatever your hats are. But really, it's just one person. It's not a separate being. And I feel like that actually is less stressful when you could just encompass all of those things versus, let me take my business hat out, let me go put my wife hat on. I think it's just overcomplicated when we split it up like that.
Yeah, it's all being your own kind of you, right? And that's why in my program, we really focus on embodying the clarity and the confidence and our intuitive side that we all have as women, as well as taking the action and captivating the world with your mission and consistently showing up and building that resilience. So no matter what comes up, no matter what triggers happen, no matter what circumstances in life happen, that you can consistently, show up for yourself, show up for the world, and making that impact you're destined to make.
I love that. I love everything about this, Cassandra.
Thank you.
How can we reach you?
Yeah, Instagram. I like to hang out there. It's Cassandra Rosa A is my handle. My website's CassandraRosa.com. You'll find everything there, all the ways to work with me, my book, the podcast, our episode there together. So those are the best ways.
I love that. So here on BYOK, we have a signature question.
Okay.
If you can describe yourself in one word, what would it be and why?
Well, on brand, I guess I would say fulfilled. Like, I'm really fulfilled every step of the journey. That's something that has been a process for me, to not get caught up in the destination syndrome of, once I, change so many lives, hit so much money, have the house, have the, the marriage, the kids, whatever it may be. I've really focused on creating fulfillment in the everyday moments, being like happy, grateful, fulfilled in conversations like this, helping clients have a light bulb moment, making somebody smile as I cross the street, whatever it may be. So fulfilled is the word.
I love that. And you are totally on brand. Is that a vision board behind you?
Oh yeah, it is.
Yes. I love that. As you're talking, I'm like, that looks like a vision board behind you.
Take a peek. Yeah.
So what was one of your, I know that was the last, I said that was the last question, but I have a question that just popped up. What was one of your now what moments that led you to how you are now? Or to your fulfilled life?
Yeah, the first one was, I guess, in university. So I knew I wanted to make a difference in the world. Didn't know what that would be. I thought, okay, I'll be a teacher or psychologist. So I went to school, university here in Canada for psychology. Halfway through my degree, I'm like, there's something wrong here. Like there's something better for me. So I was caught up in the now what moment, really anxious, really depressed, really lost. And then from that point in time, I ended up volunteering in Africa and fell in love with mentorship, but I had no idea how to make a career out of that. So I got home, caught up in insurance, the family business to try and make everyone happy, thinking I need money to make a difference in the world. And it was just like not aligned. I remember cold calling and just dreaming about helping people, and left that and kind of accidentally fell into the personal development industry. So I think if I didn't follow my intuition and my gut of following through that now what moment, I don't think I would be here 5 years later with the business that I have and having this conversation with you in the audience.
I love that. I love that. That is awesome. So is there anything you want to leave with my viewers, something where they could that just linger in their mind?
Yeah, I think combining our two missions together, I would say be your own kind of fulfilled femme, be your own kind of impactful business owner. It's not one size fits all. It's really important to focus on connecting internally and discovering what that means for you. Not what all the other coaches are doing or healers are doing or people in your industry or whatever it may be. It's really important to tap into that authenticity and really uncover what that means for you to be your own kind of fulfilled entrepreneur.
I love that. I love that. Thank you, Cassandra, for gracing our presence like that. It's just, you're just so wise. You're so wise, and I love that. I love that you know how to pivot, because this can be your fulfilled life right now, but later on you may have to pivot and find something else. And I think I feel like you let us all know that that's okay. It doesn't matter how old you are, because the misconception is I'm too old to pivot. So we stay there, but I feel like you're never too old. You don't stop pivoting till you've left this earth.
100%, 100%. I think society has told us one career forever, one person forever, one identity forever. But I feel like as we evolve and grow, so does all of it. Give yourself permission to just evolve and grow.
I love that. I love that. Well, listeners, you heard her. You heard her. One of my biggest takeaways is the now what moment, the moment when you're at the brick wall is like the best moment of your life. And so if you're in that situation or you're feeling that way, I hope that you feel way more encouraged at the end of this, by the end of this episode, which is now. So until next time, thank you so much again, Cassandra. And till next time, be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Bye.
Bye.